Good morning, students. Okay. Earlier, there were only three main sources of history, that is oral, written, and material. Now, one more source is added, that is audiovisual sources. Okay. What is oral source? Yes, anybody can give the answer. If you want, you can raise your answer, raise your hand, or you can give your answer in a chat box too. Oral sources of history. In what does mean? Okay, very good, Samruddhi. It is folk songs. Okay. Yes, Aryan. Accept the command, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, beta.
Shall I tell?
Yes, beta.
Oral sources means these sources, which includes folk tales, folk songs, proverbs, ballads, and oves, and our traditional songs are called as oral sources.
Okay. Then after that, next one is written sources. What does it mean by written sources? Yes. Very good, student. Those who are given the answer in the chat box. Okay, Ashka. Oral so sorry, written sources include newspaper. Okay. Okay, encyclopedia, map document, newspaper. Okay, okay. So now after that, periodicals, okay, books, postal stamps, very good. Okay, then next comes material sources. Okay, now material sources includes which kind of sources? Coins, very good. Museums, statues, very good. Yes, Aditya, except, okay, accept the command, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
Good morning. Material source include coins, plates of worship, things in daily use, royalties, ornaments, museums, clothing, modern architecture.
Very good. Okay, the next is audiovisual source. Audiovisual source is it includes different televisions, which television shows, films, which talks about our history. Okay. Yes, Ketki. Accept the command, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
The audiovisual sources are the sources where the television, films, internet are called the audiovisual medias, and many domestic and foreign television channels also come under this head. For example, History Channel, the Discovery Channels, and etc.
Very good. Okay, so we have discussed in short about all these things. Let's move to first written sources. Okay, as we discussed that written sources include newspaper, periodicals, encyclopedia, diaries, reference book, comprehensions, government gadgets, and many more things. Okay, so there is a one place it should be given where the thing should kept properly. Yes, stone's descriptions also very good, love. Okay, so all these things, whatever we get in a written form, we have to keep this historical document, okay, at a place. Yes, Reti, very good. That place is called as archive. Okay, so those the documents which are kept, the historical document which are preserved at a place is called as archive, and the National Archive of India is at where it is? It is, yes, it is in New Delhi. Then after that, it includes newspaper. As we all know, that newspaper played a very important role in day-to-day life. Especially, it plays its role during the time of our independence era. Okay, that time also it played a very important role, and it helps to uh, spread the information from one place to another. Okay, then not only this, it also enhance the knowledge about the national and international affairs, and there are different news. We can say publishers who publish newsletters on various movements, then dailies and weekly political parties, monthly and annual magazines, sometimes periodicals also. Okay, so these are the different things which are published by the newspaper publishers, and it helps to enhance the knowledge. It helps to get the information about the things which is going on. After that, the next important thing about the newspaper, when it was started, how it was started. As we all know, the Press Trust of India, PTI, uh, was played a very important role from the year 1953. Okay, so Press Trust of India provide reports, photographs, and articles on financial and scientific issues to the newspaper. Then that started to, then they can be able to uh, publish it. Okay. Now, previously it was very difficult to transfer because it was a hard copy. But now, at present, online service also started by PTI. Okay, and as we all know, the 1990s, the era of the 1990s was a very important era, which played a very important role. Okay, yes. So, PTI also started using uh, satellite broadcast in the year 1990, and it helps teleprinter to send news all over the country. Okay, then the next important thing is the postage stamp. Postage stamp is a very important thing. As we all know, previously we use the postcard and then different news. Sorry, not news. Uh, Different type of letters to send our message from one place to another. Okay, so it plays a very important role. It has a different cur- uh, value. Okay, it has different value. Some stamps are of 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 1 paisa. Previously was 1 paisa was also working, so that time that was also there. Okay, now a very important uh, mm, postage stamp I'm talking about, that is a Jal Cooper postage stamp. Okay, it is issued by government in the year 1977. He was a Parsi. Okay, and he went on to write many books on the subject of Empire of India Philatelic Society. Then he started his career as a postage stamp collector, and he achieved expertise of a philatelist, sorry, at international level. Okay, so with the honor, on the honor of his, this postage stamp was started. Okay, so it has the postage stamp has different themes. It sometimes it has a theme of political leader, sometimes it has theme of flower, birds, animal, events, silver, golden, diamond, jubilees, and many more things. Okay, even our coins also have all these themes. Am I right? Okay, but we will go with that thing afterwards. Let's discuss this first. Okay, so understand the written sources of history. Any doubt? Because afterwards you have to give the answer accordingly. Yes or no? I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, let's move to the next, that is material sources of history. As you said, okay, that the material sources include different things: coins, ornaments, place of worship, museums, things in daily use, clothing, royal seals, modern architecture, etc. Okay, so it plays a very important role, as we have discussed now only. Stamp, postal stamp, in the same way coins also played a very important role. Okay, I want to know, uh, how coin helps to understand the history. Okay, how coin can helps to understand the history. Just now we have discussed about it. Yes, very good. I'm getting answer from the students. Very good. Okay, so yes, very good, very good. Okay, I'll read out the answers given by the student. Uh, Manjima said because of the change in their shapes and size. Not only the change in their shapes and size, but the metal also. If you have remember, previously when there was a kingdom, that time mm, uh, there was a currency which is made up of gold, silver. Okay, slowly and gradually it changes. Okay, and now we have still currency. Am I right? So it helps to understand the situation of that thing. It also convey the message of the population control. Okay, if you have seen the some coins, it has one side there is a amount, the value of the coin is given, and at the back sometimes there is a dandy march, you can see. Sometime there was population control, the theme of population control. Sometime that information technology related theme is there. Have you seen all this thing? Yes. So this also gives different information regarding the situation and the contemporary society. Okay. Then after that, another important thing is the museum. Museum plays a very important role. There are different museums are there. For example, the most important museum we can say the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum, which is at Mumbai. Then what does it include? The museum includes different coins, notes, lamps, and many more other things. Then it also has some pots. Have you ever visited any museum? No, okay. Don't worry. Okay. So those who not visited to the museum, I'll take to the museum, not physically, but online museum. Okay. If not possible in today's lecture, we will go in the next lecture. Then next important is the oral sources of history. Now, oral sources of history is something which includes, as you said, folk tales, folk songs, proverbs, ballads, and odes, poetas also. Okay, so it is a oral form. It is a oral way of transformation of the things from one generation to another. You have might heard stories from your grandmother and grandfather. This is also a kind of uh, transition, the value from one generation to another. Okay, understood. So these are the oral, means the things are passed from one generation to another in a oral way. Okay, then the next important thing which we are going to discuss is the audiovisual sources, which plays a very important role. It includes television, films, internet, and many other things. Okay, so there are different domestic and foreign television channels are come under this head, and it talks about different things. Okay, you are going to discuss all these things in your next class. It is standard 10th. So this is your base for the standard 10th. So you have to be uh, understand it thoroughly. Okay. Then after that, the FTII. I think you have no, because you it is a part of our syllabus, that is Film and Television Institute of India. Okay, it was established or it was started at Pune in the year 1960. And what was the purpose? The purpose is to provide public education. Okay, so the film industry was first started to give information to the public. Uh, so different reviews were produced related to the events in the politics, social issues, arts, sports, and culture. This department also produced various documents on prominent social leaders, on people who have made major contribution for country, and about important locations of India. Okay, so now what we have discussed till now, the things are going on changing. Okay, when our ancestors were in a stone age man, so even at that time they don't know how to eat or how to make the food, and now at present we use the things. We don't have to go to the market also. By sitting at your home, you can order the things and the things will come at your door. So this is a change of the technology. There's a lot of changes took place in the science and technology, and that is why it is very important to understand the changes, how it has been done, and what were the effect done by those changes. I hope all of you understood this much. Is there any doubt to any child? Now, let us move towards our question answer. Okay. I won't answer in a chat box as soon as possible. The first question. The National Archive of India is situated at? Yes, very good, very good. It is situated at New Delhi. Very good. The dash is included among the audiovisual media. Television, newspaper, periodical, all India radio. Yes, very good. Everyone has given the answer television, because we already use it, right? And it is a good source of entertainment and knowledge too. Then dash is not included in physical sources. Coins, ornament, fielding, proverbs. Yes, very good students. It is proverbs. Next, Information Broadcasting Department published dash annual reference book. India 2000, Incredible India, Indian Origin, Aspiring India. Yes, I'm waiting for others to reply. Good. Getting reply from the students. Yes, very good. The answer is India 2000. Okay, let's move to the next question. The place where historical documents are preserved is called dash. Yes, very good. It is called archive. Okay, next. Newspapers are considered the pillar of democracy. First, second, third, fourth. Yes, very good. It is the fourth pillar of democracy. Next. Dash has also produced various documentaries on prominent social leaders, on people who have made major contribution and about important locations in India. Yes, it is Indian News Review. Very good. Next, Ahvan is written on the backdrop of Sino-Indian War by noted Marathi poet Dash. Very good. Kusmagraj. Cooper edited Dash. India's Stamp Journal, Indian Philatelic Magazine, Stamp Synopsis and General and the Philatelic Bureau. Yes, very good. India's Stamp Journal. Next, after 1953, the dash has been important source of primary detail of all events. Union Trust of India, Press Trust of India, Information and Broadcasting, Ministry, Film and Television Institute of India. Yes, very good. It is PTI, Press Trust of India. During 1990s, PTI started using dash technology instead of teleprinting. Yes, very good. It is satellite broadcast. The government of India started the Film and Television Institute of India at Pune in 1960 with the purpose of providing dash. Yes, it is public education. Next, the Indian government issued the stamp in 1977. Narsi Monji, Jal Cooper, Birsa Munda, Senapati Bapat. Yes, very good. Jal Cooper. I'm appreciating all the students, they are giving answers. Keep the spirit like this only. Then the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Museum is at Dash. It is in Mumbai. The Dash issues postage stamp on a wide variety of themes. Yes, it is Postal Department. Very good, very good. Dash prints the notes. I think it is a very, very easy answer. Everyone knows, even child know who prints the note. Who has the monopoly on it? Yes, very good. It is Reserve Bank of India. Next, Empire of India Philatelic Society was founded by Dash. Yes, it is founded by Jal Cooper. Next, PTI has provided reports, photographs, and articles on dash issues to newspaper. Yes, financial and scientific. Very good, very good. Let's move to the next. Identify and write the wrong pair. You have to tell me which one is the wrong pair. Okay, just go through it. Okay. Jal Cooper, yes, which one is the, yes, very good. Amar Sheikh, art collector is the wrong answer. Amar Sheikh was a Lok Shahir Powara singer. Okay, second question answer. What is it? Okay, Ovis. Yes, very good. Ovis is a not archaeological sources. It is a oral source of history. Very good. Next. Third one. What is the answer? Yes, very good. It is FTII, radio program. It is a wrong answer. The correct answer is FTII, conduct film and television programs. Very good. Next. What is the correct answer? What is the wrong pair in it? Yes. National Archive of India. It is not in Calcutta. It is in Delhi. Very good. Okay, now it comes the long answers. So I want students just raise your hand and give the answer. Written sources. Yes, Aditya. Accept the command, beta.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, beta.
Teacher, say
Yes, beta. Start.
written source. Any historical document written by hand or typed or in print form is called written source. The following are included in written source: newspaper, periodical, diaries, reference books, correspondence, document in archives, government gazettes, postage stamps, and encyclopedia.
Good.
Done, teacher.
Very good. Okay, next question answer. Okay, anybody else want to give the answer for this question? Okay, Bhumi, accept the command, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Written sources of history are written proofs in variety of languages. They include newspapers, which are a major medium of information, periodicals, diaries, reference books, correspondence, documents in archives, government gadgets, postage stamps, and encyclopedias. Over the years, they have been giving us information about human life, national and international affairs, art, sports, politics, literature, financial and scientific issues, and social and cultural issues. The information which is published by Publication Division of Government of India is authentic as well as trustworthy, and it is helpful while writing history. Postage stamps throw light on events like silver, golden, diamond jubilees, or centenary, bicentenary, and tercentenary.
Yes, very good, very good. You have elaborated answer in a very good manner. Very nice, beta. Aditya, just do some changes accordingly. Okay. Revti, I want to hear from you also.
Ma'am, second one.
Okay, first one tell. Then afterwards we will discuss the second one.
The written sources are included newspapers, periodicals, diaries, reference books, correspondence, documents in the archives, government gadgets, postage stamps, and encyclopedia. Among all the written sources, newspapers are a major medium of information. Newspapers contains matters related to human life. They gives us information about national and international affairs, politics, uh, art, sports, literature, and social and cultural affairs.
Good. Okay, next one. Who is going to give the, let me, okay, Ashka. Accept the command, beta. Give the answer for the second question.
Good
The
morning,
press
ma'am.
trust. Good morning, beta.
Ma'am, Press Trust for India was started in 1953, and the Press Trust of India is an important source of primary details of all information, events of newspaper, and PTI also provides reports, photographs, articles, and scientific issues to the newspaper. And also in 1990s, the PTI started using technology of satellite broadcasting instead of teleprints to send news all over the country, and PTI has now started its online service too, and the material provided by PTI was important source for writing the history of modern India.
Okay, good. Who else want to give? Okay, Akansha. Accept the command, beta.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
Ma'am, can I start?
Yes, beta.
The Press Trust of India, PTI, after 1953 has been an important source of providing primary details regarding all important events and articles on important subjects. The PTI has provided reports, photographs, and articles on financial and scientific issues to newspapers. During the 1990s, it has also started using the satellite broadcast technology instead of teleprinters to send news all over the country. Therefore, the significant contributions by the PTI are an important material for writing the history of modern India.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move. Now who else? Yash. Accept the command, beta, for the same question.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, beta.
Ma'am, Press Trust of India, na?
Yes.
Since 1953, the PTI has a significant source of primary details of all important events and of articles on important subjects. PTI has provided reports, photographs, and articles on various financial as well as scientific issues to newspapers. Since 1990s, it has started its online service by using the satellite broadcast technology. Instead of teleprinters to send news all over the country, this source is important for writing the history of modern India.
Yes, very good, beta. Okay, next question. The postal department tries to preserve the heritage and integrity of Indian culture through postage stamp. Give the reason. Okay, Manjima, you have not given answer. You didn't got the chance. Sorry. So now give the answer for this question. If you
Good
know.
morning, teacher.
Good morning, beta.
Shall I start?
Yes, beta.
Postage stamps reveal lot to us through a historian about changing times due to the variety in the sizes of the stamps and the novelty in their subjects, and also the color schemes which are used to make the stamps. The postal department issues postage stamps on a very wide variety of themes like political leaders, flowers, animals, birds, etc. It's a valuable repository of history, and thus the Postal Department tries to preserve the heritage and integrity of Indian culture through the medium of postage stamps.
Yes, very good. Yes, now who else? Ketki. Accept the command, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Same question.
Beta, first question. The postal department tries to preserve the heritage and integrity of Indian culture through postal stamp.
Okay.
Beta, be louder because your voice is echoing.
Okay, ma'am. The postage stamps reveal a lot to us about changing times due to the variety in the sizes of the stamps, the novelty in the subjects, and the color schemes. The postal department issues a postage stamp on a very wide variety of themes. It issues a stamps like the political leaders, flowers, animals, birds, and event, or a silver, golden, diamond, jubilees, or of different events. It is therefore a valuable repository of history. Thus, the postal department tries to preserve the heritage and integrity of the Indian culture through the postage stamp.
Okay, good. Next question, audiovisual media are an important source for writing history of modern India. Okay, to whom should I give the chance? Okay, Aryan. Accept the command, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Start. Shall I start?
Yes.
Hello. Audiovisual means possessing both a sound as well as visual components such as files, television programs, etc. Various newsreels on important events in politics, social issues, and sports and culture can be broadcasted through audiovisual media. Also, documentaries are promoted on social leaders and people who have made major contribution for the country and about important locations in India are shown through this medium. These newsreels and documentaries are thus useful for studying the history of modern India. It is hence rightly said that audiovisual media are important sources of history of modern India.
Yes. Good. Okay, Manjima. Yes, beta. Accept the command.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Start, beta.
Audiovisual stands for both a sound as well as a visual component, and the examples are films, television programs, etc. Various newsreels on important events in politics as well as social issues, art, sports, and culture are broadcasted through audiovisual media. Also, documentaries on various prominent social leaders, on people who have made major contributions for the country, and all important locations in India are shown through this medium. These newsreels, releases, and documentaries are also useful for studying the history of modern India. Hence, it is said that audiovisual media are an important source of history of modern India.
Good. Very good, beta. Thank you all. Yes, Chetan, you want to give the answer? Okay. So we will